Okay, this is Joni from Fox and Socks Nursery. I started this video yesterday and it said my camera failed, so it stopped in the middle of doing the blush. So I'm going to do the blush now. I'm going to go ahead and get this stirred up. Now this is the blush color, crease color that I had for the hands. It's dark red, a little tiny bit of magenta, and a regular red added back in. And it makes a nice pretty dark rose. Okay, that's how thick I would do it for creases. Now I need to thin it down when I blush. So I'm going to add it over here. It needs to be darker, yeah. Not darker, thicker, yeah. It was perfect last night. Okay, this should be good. You see how it kind of flows a little? Okay, that's what I do for blush. And I've got my brush here, that other thing I use constantly for every baby. And I'm going to grab another sponge. And this is what I'm going to wipe with. I'm going to go ahead and tear it. Okay, so go ahead and do the ears. Now these are for the biracial. You wouldn't do this for the darker skin tones. But like I said, I'm showing you guys how to do biracial as we go. So I use this method for my Caucasian babies too. I'm going to pounce it to blend. I don't know if you can tell that it's there or not. Okay. It's about the same on both sides. Oops. Okay, take your time, make sure you get it blended. Okay, with the face, I just put like random splotches. Now we're going to be building this up. I put it up to kind of towards the nose too. Oh, fuzzy, yeah, there we go. And if it looks like it needs some more, that's just a thing of plain thinner there. I want to kind of wet them down a little bit so it pounces easier. because you don't want it to dry chalky. I'll add just a little bit of thinner. And then it builds up over time, and you add more as needed. Now normally I would do kind of like up on the lip too, so like I didn't do that yesterday. Add just a little bit here and there. And sometimes I put some on the chin. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some up here. Here, kind of in the temple area. I bumped that against the palette just now. Okay. And I'm going to put some on the forehead, just kind of random. I already put some there. This kind of gives the rashy illusion. You can get kind of creative if you want, if you've got a reference pic. Babies have blotchy skin, so. Okay. I'm going to be working on the lips a little later. Oh, I took this crease color and watered it down really, really well, and I did just the corners of the lips on the top and bottom, and I put a little bit on the inside too, and I redid the nose, like the nostril part. Okay, so this one already has one layer of blush, we're gonna put it all over the toe. We're gonna skip the nail. I want to keep those as light as possible. Just to double check, I want to make sure that's all off. I just love baby toes, they're so cute. I'm just gonna do the whole little toes. Toes, all the little toes here. Oops. I just want to make sure I get that blended there. And I have the toe right there on that side to do. Kind of manipulate the vinyl. Okay, make sure the toenails are clear. I ended up putting a couple more layers, well, 4 more. I do 2 at a time, but I ended up putting 2 sets of layers on these. I don't like that. Didn't get it blended very good. So on the nail, man, I lost my words. On the nail, I'm just trying to get that top of the toe blended. I did not get it blended well the last time. Okay. We're going to go right underneath the toe, little fleshy pad part. I'm going to go ahead and put some right there, up close to that line. Up underneath the toes. Now I'm staying away from that little, well, I guess it's a dark crevice. I want to stay away from there. And I have another dry brush here. I'm just kind of pat that in there dry. Do the ankle. And since this baby's going to be dark skinned anyway, it's okay. Actually, it doesn't matter what tone you use for the feet on the blush. I usually like mine on the lighter side, but that's just a preference. Do you see that little piece that did not take paint? Some of the fingertips are like that too with this kid. Not quite sure what's going on. Okay. I may have to come back to that when it's dry. I might have to hit it again, but it's just not taking in that one little spot. It's frustrating. And the knee. Okay, I'm going to do the other one the same. Stay off the nail. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. I manipulate the vinyl. Okay. Cleaning up the toenails there. right up there next to the toes. Fleshy part of the big toe. Extend it a little. Ah, wrong brush. Let's see here. It's okay, I think I can fix it. Get that ankle. Now, if it was a Caucasian baby, I might, if there was a bunch of creases there, I'd probably bring it up some more on those creases. Ankle. Do the ankles on both sides, obviously. Okay. And now I'm looking to see if I need to make it darker. Maybe I need to wait till it dries a little bit. Okay, that one. Make it a little darker. I think it's about the same. I'll try that spot that did not take. It didn't take paint last time either. May just have to be bare there. Okay, I've done almost everything on that leg. Okay, now if I was going to finish up the blushing on this baby, I would be doing the inside of the leg where the creases are, but I'm not going to because this baby's going to be darker skin and I can always hit it later. Okay. It's a closed hand. Let's see how I did this yesterday. I'll put a little bit here. I always put some on the fleshy part of the palm. go. Some there. I'll let that dry and I'll come back at it. Well, actually I can do an elbow. I'll let that dry and I'll come back. So I gotta do the wrist too. Off camera, I'm sorry. I can already see it got on that nail bed there. There's a spot or two right in here that didn't take last time. Maybe a little dark. Take some of it off. Yeah, it's a little dark. Let's see. I don't want any darker than the other hand. So it's like I had to keep putting it on yesterday because that spot right there would not take. Bristle. Yeah. These cheap brushes, the bristles keep falling off. Don't go too crazy on the elbows and the knees. Okay. Now, if it was a darker skin baby, this would be shaded the darker crease color. But for these purposes, I'm going to do the wrist and kind of there. Make sure you pounce out those creases. Woohoo! Bumping everything, aren't I? Just in the creases. You don't have to go across the top. Just do in the creases. Now, if you wanted to get really, fancy or whatever, you can do some spots right in here. Normally I'll do inside the arm and where the creasing is, and the leg, which would be right in here where the creasing is. But that is how you would blush a biracial light skin baby. So I'm going to bake this, and let me make sure that some of the fingertip took and some of it didn't. Well, it stinks, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll bake it, and then whenever I get done, I'm going to do the nails, work on the nails and the lips. Go back over your work, make sure everything is blended like you want before you bake it. We're going to work on lips and nails, and then I'm going to do another layer of the dark skin. Okay, that's it for this video.